Carl Jung has this quote. It goes like this: "The spirit of evil is the negation of the life force by fear. Only boldness can deliver us from fear, and if the risk is not taken, the meaning of life is violated." The spirit of evil is the negation of the life force by fear. Fear is our number one enemy. This is all about coming out of our comfort zones and how our comfort zones are not comfortable at all. They're so-called comfort zones, but they're not comfortable. The comfort zone is known as that place where you're inactive or just sort of like coasting along with habits, but not accessing that real passionate vision you have for your life, the thing that's on the other side of fear, the thing that's on the other side of bold action, action that you're afraid to take. Comfort zone is more like a torture chamber. Anyway, I was writing about this. That Carl Jung quote inspired me, and the idea of the comfort zone inspired me. So I wrote this morning. Come out of your comfort zone. Your comfort zone will kill you, so the cliche goes. But it's really more of a slow torture in a bubble bath, comfortable torture, because the soul or the unconscious, the ocean inside of you, inside of us, the kingdom of presence, will not allow you to actually be comfortable in your so-called comfort zone. It will prod you and provoke you. It will be a child poking your belly with a stick as you try to sleep in a park. But this is a good thing because it's trying to get you to live a life you can actually be proud of, a life that stands on the other side of fear and always requires bold action to get to. Boldness and fearlessness are the dual doorways to your true comfort zone, which is only accessed through uncomfortable action. Use the force, Luke. The power of presence, tapping into the spiritual power that is both inside of you and beyond you. Or to put it another way, we must access our bigger selves and surrender our smaller selves. Beyond our egos, the power of presence reigns supreme and is moved to fearless action no matter what the results are. For we are walking contradictions, both good and evil, both light and dark, wanting both safety and adventure, led by both fear and boldness, sobriety and relapse, love and hate, spinning balls of madness and regret until we arrive at repentance and surrender and wonder why we don't do the things we know we should do. Why are we stuck with these opposing forces inside of us all? This quote by Carl Jung holds the answer. The spirit of evil is the negation of the life force by fear. Only boldness can deliver us from fear. And if the risk is not taken, the meaning of life is violated. Let's break it down sentence by sentence. The spirit of evil is the negation of life force by fear. He is saying here that fear is the tool of evil to drain our life force. Fear of failure, fear of what others will think, fear of being ridiculed and cast out. These fears hang over our dreams like dark clouds, which only build when we keep our focus on them to the point of inaction. Fear then begets more fear and keeps us in our so-called comfort zones, which are more like torture chambers with fancy distractions. Life force is then drained. Inspiration not acted upon becomes disruption in the spirit realm. It can't be any other way because the bold hero within us all won't allow you to just rest in a reward without taking bold actions and overcoming all that fear to deserve it. Only boldness can deliver us from fear. There is no other pathway to overcome fear but through bold action, walking through it, the doorways of fear. There is no pathway to success that isn't laced with 1,000 failures. There is no evidence, there is no evolution into who you are meant to become without critical voices saying you are doing it all wrong or even being a fool. You can't possibly get it right without getting it wrong many times before you do. Nobody hits a home run the first time they pick up a baseball bat. There is no connecting with force without countless strikeouts and that come before. Our goal shouldn't be just to succeed wildly with illusions that the world will cheer on our every act, but rather to fail boldly on the pathway to success. There is no other way. For if the risk is not taken, the meaning of life is violated. There is no life in our so-called comfort zones. At best, they are simply waiting rooms. And so to be tormented there is actually a good thing, because the force that is tormenting us when we surrender our dreams to fear is the same force of our potential and our purpose, the force of presence within, the force of love, the force that wants our lives to be satisfying adventures which are only possible to reach through the bold action on the other side of fear. All right, so there you have it. Be bold. You know that cliche, your comfort zone will kill you. You know, it's a dead place, right? And I feel like we all have a purpose that requires boldness and courage to get to. And that's sort of the game life plays with us. And then we're multifaceted beings, so we want safety, we want comfort, we have principalities of darkness raging inside us, and it just must be that way to sort of galvanize us and to shape us and to form us into the people that are able to give something back or to access that purpose and be bold and take that bold action. But it's really interesting to think about that Carl Jung quote. Is so great. It's the spirit of evil. The spirit of evil is the negation of the life force by fear. So when you know that fear is the spirit of evil, I don't know, gives you a little bit more pep in your step to overcome it. So I hope you got something out of this. I hope you overcome your fear today. It's a daily battle for all of us. So if you're feeling encumbered or like you're off track or whatever, the key is persistence. And again, principalities of darkness will say, oh, you messed up, or oh, see, you're failing. And they'll use all that stuff. So just whatever, start from where you are now, bold action now, and then bold action tomorrow. And then keep it rocking in the free world. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.